Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another video, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the TESCO League is what we're calling it. It's a little league that my cousin Tom and I have set up on F1 2019, the new game that's come out recently. And yeah, we found out that league racing is actually nothing in the game, where beforehand it was more people were just doing it themselves, but now it's an actual part of the game that you can do yourself. And yeah, it was quite, we thought, why not do it? I mean, it's free for anyone to join if you want to join it. If you want, it's on Xbox One, so if you want to do that, feel free to join. We need more people. As you can see, literally 3 people came along today, and there's actually 6 people in the actual league themselves, so it isn't really the best that it can be at the minute. Yeah, in terms of kind of how everything's going at the minute, I want to, in terms of the channel, I want you guys to kind of just tell me what you want from the channel, because I don't know what you want best, and I want to please you more than anything. So please just tell me what you want from the channel, and what you want from me. So I'm happy to do whatever you guys want, almost. Because yeah, it's all down to you really. It doesn't matter about me. I'm kind of just doing stuff at the minute, just random stuff, because I don't know what best is for kind of you guys. I've put a few options almost out at the minute for what I've done so far. And yeah, so as you can see, anyway, yeah, let's go straight in. And as you can see, I've gone out and I'm about to start my lap in qualifying, which could be quite interesting. I'm the 3rd person out, so of course it's me, Tom, and this guy that came in. That's kind of just a random person that joined, called CityFan90, I believe his name is. And he came along. We were a bit surprised by it, because we thought it was just going to be us two, Tom and I. And yeah, he came along in the end, and yeah, it was quite good to see. So we've gone straight out, and as you can see, with the bigger map in the corner, it's just the 3 of us. And yeah, I'm gonna be third to cross the line, and I've just gone and started the flying lap. And as you can see, I get the best start out of anybody that you can ever have. Of course, that sucks, because I've gone straight on at turn 1, and then I've come round and I've spun it. I've gone completely round. There's nothing that I can really do about this now. I thought I'd get myself into this position back a little bit, go onto the gravel. And yeah, so that was my first lap in a nutshell. But I thought, why not? I'll just complete it anyway. You never know, CityFan might have done really bad or whatever, and like I've got into P2. Tom's like 10 times better than me, I must say, and he's on the controller where I actually use a wheel. And so, yeah, as you can see, I've come over in P3, and I'm about 11 seconds down on Tom's time. And I continue on for the next second lap, and by the end of sector 1, I'm already 10 seconds up on the pass lap, which is put me in a good position, which should get me second. I believe CityFan was about a 1:33, or Tom was a 1:30, and of course after that first lap was a 1:41. And the lap itself was actually going quite well. As you can tell, I'm roughly about 10 seconds up. And yeah, everything's going well, and I've got a massive slap of oversteer coming out of that turn out. I did turn 11, turn 12, one of the two. Now I'm going to say turn 11, and then this being turn 12. But yeah, I've had it all over the place, and as you can see in the bottom there, CityFan left the session halfway through that lap, because he realised the fact that he's not going to get anywhere close to the top, especially with Tom being as fast as he is. He said he hates Bahrain anyway. He messaged Tom halfway through and said that he hates it anyway, there's no point in doing it. So he ended up leaving, and hopefully he'll be back next week. We'll have to see in China. And as you can see, that lap put me in 2nd place with a 1:32. Tom and I thought, we're not going to probably do anything better than this, so we thought we'd just quit there and then, and we'll go straight into the, retire, sorry, there and then, and we'll go straight into the race. So as we go, on P2, through 5 red lights now, and it is now lights out, and now, there we go, lights out, and away we go. Tom's got a much better start than me. I've kind of come for a slipstream, but as you can see out of nowhere, the AI, we weren't expecting this, but CityFan's AI is there. I've been distracted, I've gone straight on into turn 1 again, which is typical, isn't it? Can't lie, I've just been distracted and went straight on. And yeah, so I think the AI level was quite low anyway, just because we didn't think there was going to be anyone. I didn't think that was a thing, so I just left it at the standard, which I think was something like 41. I don't know why it's 41, but it is. And so yeah, Tom's got a better start than me, and we're on to lap 2 already now. For the next, this is like the first proper highlight, as Tom has a massive oversteer, a bit like how I had in qualifying. He's done exactly the same in the race in lap 2, and I've taken the lead of the race now. It's quality after my purple turn sector 1, so that shows that I had a better start than Tom had himself into turn 2. I was catching up to him a little bit, and yeah, I've managed to get past him, and now we are in P1, which is quality. We're in the lead of the race. and as of only the second lap. And yeah, I'm a bit. Well, I guess it's kind of, let's see how well I can do from now on. Yeah, so we go on to, this is lap 3 now. As you can see, Tom's still with me. It's a bit scary, it's all a bit nervy, because Tom is, as I said, 10 times better than me. He could probably get a solid 4 seconds on me a lap if he really tried for it, and I was having an absolute shocker, as I do most of the time anyway. But Tom went into the pits on this lap, and we weren't expecting it at all. He also, and so yeah, it's only the end of lap 3 going into lap 4, and Tom's gone into the pits nice and early. And yeah, it's kind of, for me now, this is lap 5, I've gone straight on into turn 1 and I've checked, and yeah, it's not really gone very well for me because I've gone 50% tyre wear, so I thought I better go into the pits this lap. So it was a couple of laps later than Tom, 2 laps later. Tom also told me that the pit limiter wasn't on, so I've gone straight on, just straight into the pits as fast as I can, because might as well, gives you a little bit of extra time to bring on. And so there we go, in and out of the pits, 2.7 pit stop, not the best in the world, but it'll be good enough, I'm sure. And as you can see, in very soon, there is, Tom's set the fastest lap of the race, and he's now in front of me by an absolute age coming out of the pits. So he's done really well, and he's jumped me on the undercut. And so yeah, it's kind of, it's now I'm going to have to try and catch him up, or at least. And it took me a while to realise this actually, but Tom decided to do a 2-stop, and he put himself on the softs for a second stint, so he doesn't have a choice, because if you don't know how the rules of F1 work, you have to have at least one stint on either the medium or the hard side. You can't always be on the softs all the time. And so currently at the minute, it's kind of me just trying to stay with him, as hard as it may be. I think I'm losing about 2 seconds a lap or something ridiculous. And I have, yeah, the pressure's kind of getting to me. I've gone wide at turn 12 there. I think it's turn 12, it might be turn 13, I'm 90% sure. But I'm going to say turn 12. I think that's just nicer to say turn 12 anyway. So I'm going to say that, I'm 90% sure. It probably isn't either of them, to be honest. But as you can see, the gap is 12 seconds on lap 9. And I believe Tom comes in on this lap. I'm not 100% sure, but it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens after the pits. I'm having an absolute shambles of a race now that Tom's in front of me. I'm trying to stick with him, but because I'm trying to stick with him so hard, I'm going all over the road. And I think it's a perfect example of it right here. Yet again, at the same turn, I've hit the curb and I've gone straight on, because I've hit the curb as I started braking, so it sent me off completely and utterly the wrong way. And yeah, so that's given Tom a little bit more time to use for when he does his pit stop. And as you can see in the bottom left, sorry, of your screen with the map of the track, and you see the 3 people there. Tom's gone into the pits now, and so this is the chance for me to retake the lead of the race, hopefully. And as you can see, it's quite nice and easy. I've gone up back into the lead of the race. So now it's just a case of me trying to defend this lead and trying to keep as big a gap as possible to Tom for the remaining 5 laps of this race. Oh, someone's just beat their horn outside. But anyway, we're going straight on, and we're going to see how well we do from now on. Yeah, of course I'm in the lead, and it's all a bit scary. Yeah, it's kind of, that's right, I forgot to say about that. Tom kind of had a bit of a mare coming out of the pits. His controller disconnected, as you can see. This is Tom's angle. He sent it to me, which was very kind of him. And as you can see, he comes through turn 2 or 3 or whatever, and he goes straight round, kind of coming out of nowhere. Does a bit of a Sebastian Vettel, if you follow it, and you know he did that. It's a very similar thing to that while he was trying to chase down Lewis Hamilton in the race very soon. And yeah, I got kind of distracted by everything, and I've gone off. So gone a little bit wide there, and I've had to correct myself. But yeah, so Tom's gone straight round there, and it's given me a much better advantage of winning this race now, which could be massive. Yeah, that spin could be massive in terms of how well everything goes with this race. And so yeah, we kind of, now it's kind of me just going through every lap, kind of just checking the gap. So as you can tell at the minute, it's 13.3 seconds, I believe that says. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm all over the road because I've got to try and do it, and I'm pushing way too hard. I'm all over the road. I should really just be sticking to it. I'm nervy as hell because I could actually get the first win here. I'm not expecting it at all. So if I do manage to get that first win, it'd be absolutely amazing. As you can see, I'm just kind of just rolling around. I completely and utterly forgot about that. I'm quite sure I said about that. I completely forgot about Tom's spin, because that's a massive moment. That's probably the biggest moment of the whole race. The fact that Tom's come out of the pits, his controller's disconnected, and he's gone round after doing it. As you can see, in 1 lap he has gained 3 seconds on me, however, from lap 10 and lap 11. It's gone that quickly, so he's definitely got a little advantage. He could be very close to it, and as you can see, I've drifted round turn 12 on lap 12 there. I clipped the outside curve rather than the inside curve, and yeah, I went straight round, almost, well, not straight round, but I almost had a bit of a bad, and I kind of went, had a little drift over the turn. It looks quite nice, a little bit fancy for the cameras. But yeah, it's now 7 seconds the gap. We've got 2 laps left of the race. We've got lap 13 and lap 14 left. So it'll be really interesting to see kind of how this pans out. Can I stick on? And here was something that's really been annoying at me, is I could never actually get a faster lap than I did on lap 2. And that is, funny enough, exactly what I do on this lap right now. I've managed to have an absolute blinder over sector 2, and I repeated that form into sector 3. Obviously the rich mix I've put on has kicked in. I managed to run rich for like the last 3-4 laps, because I thought that'd be something that'd be quite useful to do, and that's what I did. I kind of was accidentally loaded on loads of fuel. I didn't mean to do it at all, but it's kind of helped me out a little bit there, as Tom only gained a second on me on that lap because of that, so that kind of helped quite a lot with everything there. I actually set my fastest lap of my own that I've done. If you go purple, as you can see, Tom in the top left is fine. But as you can see here, we're going through the final corner, and I should be the race winner of the first official race of Bahrain in the league race. You know, I come across, see that, and then engineers celebrating as ever. As you can see there, we are in P1. It's been confirmed there in my nice lovely green and dark blue car. And there we go, here's the podium. I'm the one in the blue suit, obviously. And yeah, there's my lovely looking car. It's done me really well today, as you can tell. And yeah, it's been a bit lucky, I can't lie, but I am P1. I am the victor of the first race, which is absolutely amazing. I wasn't expecting it at all. As you can see, I'm celebrating there with Tom. And City Fan, even though he left midway through qualifying, he's still in P3, which means he still gets 15 points to his name when it comes to the standings at the end of it all, which is absolutely amazing. As you can see, the gap in the end was about 5.2 seconds and then about 1 minute, whatever, to City Fan. But so I managed it quite comfortably in the end. If you look at the standings, it now has, I'm top with 25 points. Tom's 6 points behind me on 19. He would have normally been 18, but because he had the fastest lap as well, because he was absolutely blistering up the lap times, he managed to go up. He get the extra point for fastest lap. As you can see, that was the results of the first race that was in Australia. Nobody turned up, and this time only half of the grid did. We actually had somebody else join, which is quite funny. And yeah, as you can see, it was just me and Tom kind of did it. And yeah, so that's kind of definitely something that I want you guys to do in later. Hopefully I can get some more people to join it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.